Hey, what's going on, guys? Ethan Gladwell here with Medicare Millennials, where we're teaching you folks how to sell Medicare year round. Got a good one for you guys today. This is for the folks that haven't got into the industry just yet, or have just gotten into the industry, or even folks that have been in for a little bit but haven't seen the success that they want to see. So stick with me here. It's going to be a very good one. I don't know if anybody's been following the news this week. Texas has been a little crazy as far as the weather. We had a bunch of snow and ice and a lot of water outages, power outages, things like that. It just wasn't a very good week to be out in the field. I did run Monday, but I did take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. And what I did is I had a lot of time to reflect and think about the things that I wanted to share with you guys. And it also left me a lot of time to scroll on my phone. So I was on LinkedIn yesterday, I believe it was, and I saw an advertisement from an IMO, a pretty well-known one here in the DFW market, that they had a job opening or several job openings for agents. And man, the advertisement, I got to tell you the truth, it was very good. It was, for lack of a better word, it was sexy. Because if I were a brand new agent reading that advertisement, I would be like, dang, I want to be signed up. That sounds excellent. Where can I go wrong? But I really wanted to dissect that advertisement. I won't go into the full thing, but I'll kind of just take away three things here that I think you guys need to be on the lookout for. Again, this is for folks that are, just thinking about jumping into the insurance world, that have already jumped and taken care of their trainings and things like that, or people that have been in for a while and just really haven't gotten the support or whatever it may be that you need to be successful. So this is for you guys out there. The first thing that this advertisement had mentioned is that their average agent, and this is an average brand new agent, is making $5,000 to $10,000 per week in their sales, and blew me away. I was like, gosh, that's excellent. After nearly 6 years in this business, I'm still not making that money. So that's incredible to hear that these brand new agents are just walking into this agency and making that type of money. The thing is if you were going to that interview and somebody had told you that, or you read that, when you walk in, the first thing you need to say is, hey, look, I read that part and that sounds excellent, but it might seem a little wild, but can I see some sales numbers? I want to see who's making this type of money. Is this a brand new agent? Is this an agent that's been here for a long time? Or is this a manager that has a bunch of agents underneath them collecting an override? That's super important, guys, because I know there's going to be some naysayers out there that say, well, I know folks that make $20,000 to $40,000 a month, and so do I, and I have made that money in some months, but it's just, you want to ask them, who is doing this, how long have they been doing this, and really, what is their strategy? How are they able to do that? And you also want to know the consistency of that. I know some people that make $10,000 in 1 week, and then they take all 3 other weeks of the month off. So they only made $10,000 that month. And so you really want to just press on this. And if they're hesitant to show you, you really need to watch out for that. Because again, guys, I know very few folks that are making that type of money. And the ones that are, they've been doing this for a long time. So make sure to watch out for that. Another thing that I saw, the second point, is probably the one that just aggravates me the most, and it's the word free. That advertisement had mentioned the word free 4 times. It's free leads, free CRM, free office place, free appointment setting, free. They almost make it seem like they have so many people contacting them that they don't have enough agents to write the business. So all you have to do is walk in, read a script, close business, and make money. Again, guys, unfortunately, the word free doesn't ever mean it's free. Somebody has to pay for that, and it is going to be you. And so that kind of leads me into one other quick side topic, is when you're talking about compensation, especially for final expense. I've done that for 5 years now, and that's where a lot of people make a lot of the big money, the big commissions. But again, the override is much smaller on final expense. But compensation, for example, on final expense, when I first started in the business, I was at a 60-point contract. That means I got 60%, and what I assumed out of 100%. So I was like, look, okay, 60%, they're going to train me, They're giving me all these tools and resources. They're going to show me the business, and they're going to make 40% with opportunity to grow. That's not a bad gig. I'd say that's okay, right? And a lot of people are going to argue about that as well. That's just robbery, things like that. But here's the point I'm trying to make here. Because I eventually worked myself all the way up to a 90-point contract, and I'm almost like these suckers over here are only making 10% off me. Now, again, I had volume going on at that point because I was better. I've been in the business for a while. I knew what I was doing. I mitigated chargebacks, things like that. So I was like, man, these guys are only making 10% on me. Kind of haha, right? Well, truth of the matter is, and this might be the very first time you're hearing this, and again, this is for final expense for right now. I know we talk about Medicare a lot, but the truth of the matter is, compensation goes over 100%. And a lot of times it can go well over 100%. So when you're in these interviews, when you're looking at somebody you want to work with, you don't only need to look at compensation. That's not the best thing. I know I've said this many, many times, and I'll continue saying it. 50% of one is better than 0% or 100% of zero. And guys, all that means is you could have the highest compensation out there, and that's great and all, but if you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to get in houses, you don't know how to book appointments, you don't know how to do any of that, you're not going to make any money. Okay? So you really need to find a place that's going to actually train you, that's actually going to give you the resources that you need to become successful. Just try and avoid that word free. That one scares me. And I just really, it just doesn't set well with me. Again, I grew up in a time that, again, nothing's free. So just be on the aware of that. And then one other thing, probably the most important thing that I want to go over with you guys, Kenny and I talk to a lot of agents every single week, and some folks want to work with us. Some folks love where they're at. Some folks, they're not even in the business just yet. But one thing that's super duper important, if you take anything away from today, let it be this. These IMOs that you can work with have the ability to lock your contract. And what that means is let's say you sign your contracts, you get all the carriers with them, you go to work, and after 1 month, you decide, you know what, I found a better partner to work with. You talk to your IMO and say, please release me. They may or may not do that. And if you don't get released, that can last up until 6 months. That can really, really hurt you. Because if you have all the main carriers with that other upline, you're not going to be able to offer anything else to your clients with the new upline. So what I try and tell folks is get it in writing. Make sure that you're seeing that hey, guess what? I'm happy to work with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. But the one thing that I need in writing today is something that says, hey, look, if I last a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years, whatever it may be, if I decide I want to leave and move my contracts, that you guys will immediately release without any questions asked. Of course, making sure there's no money owed or anything like that. But I want an immediate release to be able to move, because there's nothing more frustrating than finding a place, doing a lot of research, finding a place that you finally want to put your contracts with, somebody that can truly help you out, just to find out you're locked for 6 months. So make sure to get that in writing. I'm a little stern on that one because I just ran into a lot of agents this week that are in that situation. And man, fortunately for me, that didn't happen to me, and that is truly, truly sad. So overall, guys, I hope that this didn't come off as mean or nagging or anything other than just a warning, just some red flags to be aware of, to look out for. Just because, again, I'm running into a lot of agents that have these problems. And so if I could just get in front of that situation with most folks and just let them know, hey, be on the lookout for this, then I've done my job. So just a quick recap, don't be scared to ask for any sort of proof that these agents are making that type of money. So don't be intimidated by that. Also, try and watch out for that word free, because again, somebody's paying for it. And then lastly, and most importantly, please remember to ask for that contract release that is signed, saying that as long as I don't owe you guys any money, you will release my contract upon me asking for it immediately. So again, guys, hope you liked it. Always feel free to like and subscribe with us. One other thing that I haven't mentioned just yet is we just started an Instagram account. It is Medicare Millennials as well. We're doing a little bit more of smaller things. It's not such lengthy like these YouTube videos can be. It's us booking appointments, us running appointments, me spitting out some knowledge while it just comes to my brain. Maybe I'm driving down the road. So if you don't mind, please go like and subscribe there as well. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.